Hello. Oh, I don't have my mic. Hello. This is the first time I've gone live all by myself in so long. I didn't even realize that until literally right now. I got a little nervous. I was like, oh my gosh. For those of you that have been following me for years, I used to go live all by myself daily. Every single day I would go live. Then I started running my podcast to bring on some guests. Oh, look at those earrings be looking so good. These are actually really heavy. Anyways, I am here for a couple reasons. First of all, I want to talk about, well, first of all, let me make sure that all y'all can hear me. Because I haven't done this, and I know people can usually hear me because the person listening on the other end, and I know people can usually hear me. Yes, go. What? It's working. Okay. So, listen, I plan on going live more often. Her Nation Global is expanding tenfold. One of the things that we're really stepping into heading into 2025 and continuing is omnipresence, not only obviously for our own brand, but for your brand. So, Her Nation Global is a community that has been created to really support women business owners. We have two different sides to the business. We have, oh my gosh, I just realized that the name of the person that I was interviewing is on screen. Okay. So, like I said, this is the first time I've gone live by myself in so long. So, I'm doing a couple things today. First of all, I am running like a test. I want to see all of these little options and everything that I have down here as far as sharing my screen, as far as teaching purposes. I have my little board here, see how the markers look. Also want to actually teach y'all something. And then also just start, right? One of the things that I talk about all the time with my ladies is just start. Just start. There's so much uncertainty around what we're going to look like, what it's going to sound like. Do I know how to do the thing? Just start. Normally in the past, I never would have done a live like this, not knowing what I was doing at this time. It's 4:50 p.m. on Friday. I would be doing this at like 3 in the morning on like a Tuesday. And this way I knew for sure that probably nothing was going to be popping up. Nobody was really going to be looking at me. And the one or two people that did pop in more than likely weren't my avatar. And I could just delete the video or whatever it was once I was done. But because we are in the era of teaching entrepreneurs how to do the things and just jumping in, it would make sense for me to do it when a few of y'all are here. You can jump on live, you can watch it, and really get a feel for what it feels like to try something out that you have never done before. So the platform that I'm using right now is called StreamYard. It streams across several different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And you can connect a few different things to it. But it's throwing out this same exact video that you're watching, wherever you're watching it at, across 6 of my different platforms right now in real time. So definitely a platform that could be used for omnipresence, right? How do you get in front of more eyeballs as a business owner to more individuals? Well, a lot of that would be streaming across several different platforms all at once. Another thing that you could do if you didn't want to invest in a platform like StreamYard, you could literally go live on several different application or pieces of equipment. So I could be going live on Facebook on my camera right here. I could be going live on Insta on my phone. I also have an iPad, so I could also be going live on LinkedIn at the same time. And all you would do is just set up your phone here on this side, your LinkedIn iPad on this side, and then you would be streaming perfectly, talking to an audience, and not having to invest in an actual platform that can stream all of that for you, and be reaching more people at the same time versus versus having to invest in some sort of a platform. while I'm saying this, this is actually reminding me that I should be recording this so that I can repurpose this content for later, send it to my team, and get this same exact video out. I don't really like the view on that at all, but I wonder if I have my stand. I don't have my stand. Real time, ladies. You're seeing this in real time. So what I would recommend is I have a phone stand that I usually keep on my desk that I do not have with me right now. Oh my gosh, is that actually oh my God, I have the best. Oh my God. Okay, so the phone holder that I have is like a square bottom, and it's actually just standing all by itself on top of my protein container. She took her protein today. You'd be surprised, by the way, the back end of so many of us that do video. It's a effing mess back here. I can't even tell you how many years I had my computer, my camera set up on just like a shoebox. I was watching Gary Vaynerchuk literally last week. For those of you that know who he is, he does several platforms also. So he has several things going. He has like a separate camera. He's got a cameraman. He's got a phone. He's got his computer. He's talking live with somebody. But he had one of his things set up on a freaking box. And that's a lot of times what's happening. So many times we don't want to start because we don't have all the things together. Like I just got this mic probably 6 months ago. I just started using headphones for my podcast just recently. Up until then, and I've been running a podcast for probably 6 years at this point, I've just been using the mic on the computer the whole freaking time. You just have to start, ladies. You just have to start. And as you start rolling and start making money, then you can start making investments like a nice little mic, a nice little headset, a nice little stand I have a stand for my computer now. I have 2 monitors now, right? I've got this little board now that we're going to try out today. So, but this is all stuff that comes with time. You don't have to invest in all of this stuff right off the bat. Just roll. You have your phone. Just set your phone up on a little cardboard box, press live and go. Share your knowledge. Share whatever the education is that you are trying to share with your individuals so that people can learn from you. People can learn from you. Okay, so the first thing that I am working on today, for those of you that are just jumping on live, by the way, this is like, yes, I'm planning on teaching, right? We already taught a little bit, something right there, but I'm also learning. So this is going to be a little bit of a trial and error thing. I was just telling everybody, I would normally do something like this at like 3 a.m. when I knew that like the majority of my audience wasn't awake, so that I could just figure all of this out and hopefully not have too much of a audience. But in the arena that I'm in, right, in the arena that I am teaching in, a lot of it is based on helping you ladies understand the importance of just getting started. So I'm like, what a better time than just start in the middle of the day? These ladies can see what this looks like. And if you wanted to, you could literally, what's up, Adam? You could literally get this rolling in real time and then delete it once you were done. It's really no big deal. Like I was just talking to somebody yesterday. They're like, I've never used TikTok before. I love your TikTok videos, or I love your videos. Oh, there's no, how do you do that? I'm like, I do it on TikTok. And they're like, oh, I've never used TikTok before. I'm like, you don't have to post. Like you could literally play with the back end and make a bunch of drafts and see it in real time, how it's actually going to look. And you could never post it ever. Or once you figure out the rhythm of it, then you can actually post it up. So like so much of this stuff, you have to just go. You have to just try it. Nobody is good the first time. If I showed y'all the first few YouTube videos that I made 12 years ago under health and wellness. I was running a company called pureaspirations.net back then, and it was all about healthy lifestyles. I was a yoga instructor. I wanted to do retreats. I was like a size 2. I was teaching like green smoothie recipes, and my plan was to do like retreats in tree houses and in India and wear grass skirts and get like a little tattoo on my back and have feather earrings. And that was like what I aspired to be back then, right? I've obviously turned over the niches several times here at this point, and really figuring out who I ultimately want to be. But I just started, right? I just started. And if you know me now, you never would have guessed that would have been something that I did. But if I never would have started then, I would never have gotten to the point that I'm at right now, right? What is Joan saying? Joan is saying, I just love how creative and scrappy you are. Yes, girl. And appreciate your sharing using cardboard boxes as part of your setup for doing lives. 100%, girl. I used a cardboard box for so freaking long. I cannot even tell you. Okay. So this says, okay, I'm looking right now on my StreamYard. It says new layout, press Shift +5. Not working. Okay, press Shift +6, not working. Plus Shift +7, not working. Shift +8. Oh, the number 8, not the, okay, none of those are working. I'm trying to figure out how can I share my screen. Okay, hang on. So present, ooh, okay. Share screen. Oh, we're learning things. Screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. Girl, I got 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. I got a good computer. For those of you that follow me, I just invested in a new computer from Apple. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I've had Apple for years. But I got the newest. Oh, it's so fucking nice. Okay, some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox on the next window. Follow these steps to share a video with audio. Okay, I am not sharing a video with audio, but that is good to know. I should probably try that out. Don't show these tips again. Yes, please show these again because I'm going to forget. Okay, so the video that I want to share is this one. Oh my gosh, it is working, girl. Okay, do I want to share the whole window or do I want to share the screen? Window. Oh, or the whole screen. Oh, I could actually show my whole monitor screen. Do I want to share that? Okay, let's just go with the window. This is freaking nice. Wow. Okay, I've never used this part of StreamYard before. Okay, so I'm picking the window that I want to share. What? Oh, she be looking so good. Okay, how do I make this bigger though? It's so small. Oh, she's looking so good. Okay. All right. So now I'm interested in, can I, okay, hang on. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Okay. So this is interesting. So, okay, let me make it small again. Okay. So if I do this stop screen share, but then do the whole screen, entire screen, and then do that. Let's see if that'll work. Ladies! Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, but the thing is I don't think I can. Oh, I can't play with it. Okay, so I know how to do that, but it's not going to work because I need to be able to play with the screen. That sucks. Oh, wait, what's this? Draw on the page, magic shortcuts, interactive Q&A, open present. Okay, I need to be able to move the boxes, so I can't do it that way. But it's good to know that I could do it that way if and when I wanted to. Yes, girl. Okay, so this is what I'm teaching today. Oh, let's learn something. Okay, so this is the teaching today while I'm learning, in real time. So we're talking about omnipresence today and the importance of making sure that you are everywhere all the time. Everywhere all the time. So for those of you that are taking notes, for those of you that like to pause and talk into your little app or to make notes on your phone, we're going to be talking about, first of all, how to leverage large audiences. How to leverage large audiences. So this is the first thing that we have to recognize. We have to recognize that other people have your money. Other people have your money. So how do you get the money from people? You have to close the distance between you and other people, and you have to get onto more stages. And we're going to talk about what stages actually means coming up. But this is the issue that I see with so many business owners right off the cusp, is they don't necessarily want to be talking to people. They don't want to be talking to people. They're like, oh, I'm not really sure. I don't really know. I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of shy. I don't want to. But other people have your money. So if you never talk to anybody, if you don't get in front of others, the probability of you being able to get their money is next to nothing. Is next to nothing unless you are spending money on ads. Now, if you have endless amounts of money to do some testing, some A/B testing, to have a whole bunch of things flapping and flopping all over the place, well, then by golly, you don't really have to talk to anybody. You can literally just get on a screen like this, do a little promo video, throw a offer out there for a product or a service, and the orders start coming in, and you never have to talk to anybody ever. That's a thing, right? But the majority of us are not spending money on ads and still not wanting to talk to other people. So I'm telling you right now, if this is a holdup in your business heading into 2025, where you're the type of person where you're like, I don't want to do networking calls, they scare me. Okay. I don't want to do podcasting. I don't know how to do it. It scares me. Okay. I don't want to get into other people's podcasts. I don't know that person. How does it look? I've never done it before. That scares me. Okay. I don't want to do sales calls. Too nervous. I don't know how to close. I don't want to look salesy. Okay. I don't want to post on social media. I don't want to show my face. I don't like my house. I've gained a bunch of weight. I don't know what to say. Okay. I don't want to get into DMs. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to look salesy. Listen, there's only a handful of things you can do. I pretty much named them off right there. And if you're refusing to do every single one of those things, well, then ladies, you got to go back to your 9 to 5. You're just living in a fantasy world. Or maybe you have a rich husband, which is cool. But the business of which you are trying to create is only going to be created by talking to people in some way or another. You don't have to do all those things, but you have to hone in on a few of them in order to start closing the distance between you and other people. And then once you start closing the distance between you and the people who have your money, then there's an exchange. You exchange your knowledge, what you know, right? Whatever it is, whatever kind of product or service you are selling, you have knowledge that is worth a currency. It's worth a value. People are willing to exchange money for that knowledge. So first, you have to allow people to know that you have knowledge by talking to them and letting them know, like something like this, that you are capable of getting them to a different point in their life of which they are now. And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm interested in that. They hand you money in exchange for that. Boom, there's an exchange. They learn something. You get to stay in business. You get to pay your bills. You get to take care of your family. But it is all by closing the distance between you and other people. All right. So we need to start leveraging large audiences. And this could be social media. This could be a group. Like I run a community called Her Nation Global. It's a Facebook group. A lot of the ladies get in there and they talk about their services within the group. You're talking to thousands of women, presenting your value, presenting your content, presenting your knowledge to them, right? That would be leveraging my audience. You can leverage your own audience. When you're getting onto podcasts, you're leveraging that person's audience, right? So how do we do that? So the one thing that irks me so much, more and more and more and more as I hear it, is this thought process of like a loner, right? A lot of individuals get into entrepreneurship and they're like, I just want to work for myself. I want to work by myself. I'm a solopreneur. I don't need an admin. I don't need a VA. I'm staying small. I'm staying in a boutique. Listen, when you have the mindset of entrepreneurship is a one-man game, or in this case, a one-woman game, and you are sitting here and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't want to talk to anybody and I don't want to converse with anybody. I just want one client at a time. Okay, but it's still a person. It's still a person. So we need to start opening ourselves up to the realization that entrepreneurship is not a one-man game. It is not you, yourself, and I. You have to network, right? You have to get close to individuals. You have to do one-on-one networking calls if you're shy of big groups, or you have to get over the fact that you're shy in big groups and start getting into some networking calls, either virtually. There's thousands of them. I run one myself. If it's something that you'd be interested in doing, I would love to get you in. It's a free space every single Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. A bunch of business owners, men and women, predominantly women, because that's who I work with, come together and we talk about our business. We share what we do, who we are, why we do it. We learn a little bit of something together. And then it's not just you knowing what you do, what you know, but now 15 other people know what you do. And then when they're off in another networking group, or they're off talking at the dinner table, or they're off with friends, and somebody says, oh, hey, listen, I'm redoing my website. I'm looking for a copywriter. You're like, oh my gosh, I just met a copywriter today. Or, oh, I've been looking to write a book. My life is insane. I just met somebody who publishes books, right? So now you have 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000 people over the course of time that know who you are and what you do by networking. Another one is community. This is what I do. So I run a community of women that are looking to up level with their health, their wealth, and their leadership. So I have a free community and I have a paid community. Getting in with somebody who's running a community immediately puts you in a lock with a family-like atmosphere of individuals who are like-minded, who are helping each other. So the whole idea behind my community is women helping women. It's a teacher-student concept of we're all teachers and we're all students at the same exact time. So you know something that I don't know, but I also know something that you don't know. So when we come together in a room and I share the things that I know and you share the things that you know, now all of a sudden we went from here to here. We both took a step up because we both exchanged knowledge. This is why community is so important. A community of like-minded people, right? So if you're, for instance, I'm not saying all communities, right? Like I don't know anything about cars. I don't care about cars. So for me to join like a car group is silly, right? But if I was a mechanic, if I specialized in high-end brands, I would want to be joining all the car groups. right? If I was jewelry or makeup or fashion or hair, you want to follow communities that specialize in fashion, hair, makeup, skincare. Be in and amongst other women who are looking to up level in that area of their life, right? So my community is based on health, wealth, and leadership, rising as a woman internally. How do we help our health? How do we help our wealth? Wealth meaning not just riches, but wealth in everything. How do we lead a wealthy life, a powerful life? Leadership, our voice, the way we show up, the way that we stand, the way that we speak. Internal is the community that I run. All like-minded women coming together to work on our internal being, health, wealth, and leadership. Okay. The other thing when you're running a business is your team. Now you might say, oh, I'm a loner, I'm a solopreneur, I don't, la, 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 la. Yes, all of that. And you're still using platforms. You're still using a CRM. You're still using a website. You're still using a calendar link. There's a team around you. There's a team of platforms. There's a team of social media. If there's not an actual team, right? If there's not an actual, like a VA sitting here or an assistant sitting here or a VA somewhere in the world assisting you, there is still a team together that is helping your business flow. And to delete that or to say that does not exist is doing your business a disservice and all of the individuals that you are around a disservice. On my computer, it just popped up that I have a podcast in 15 minutes, but I have not received any information for this podcast. Sorry. Yeah, nothing. Let me email her really fast. I'm sorry. This was all very last minute. You're seeing this in real time. Do we have a podcast? If so, I'm going to have to cut this short, ladies. If so, I need the link. World of entrepreneurship. Okay, so you have a team, whether you want to admit that you have a team or not. And then you have your clients. How rude to say that you are a solopreneur, you're a one woman or one man team. What about your clients? Your clients are paying you money to survive. Again, rude. You're a business, a full functioning business, strong, powerful, confident, stable, with so many different entities involved to make that business run. And to take that and to make it obsolete is doing your mindset a disservice. It's doing your social media a disservice by saying you are the only one. No, I have a strong foundation that helps me be the best business owner for fill in the blank. I work with the best cameras. I work with the best programs. I work with the best videography. I work with the best CRM. I work with whatever it is. I have the best forms. I've done the best education. I've taken the best courses. I've worked with the best mentors. These are all part of your team that has gotten you to where you are today. And to be sitting here and constantly just being like, I'm by myself, I'm a solopreneur, I'm by yourself. Dude, it's actually lessening the value of who you are as a business owner. You want the individual that's working with you to know, hey, I have networked. I have met with the best of the best. My business is involved with the best of the best companies, the best mentors, the best coaches. And when you start looking at it that way, the value of you goes way up, because that's what somebody wants to invest in. They want to invest in somebody who has a plethora of people holding them up, holding you up, which in essence is holding them up in whatever area of which they need that help. So when you're going out there and you're speaking, I'm a little boutique. Girl, what does that mean? I'm a little boutique. If you want to keep that little feel, that's fine. But make sure that you're constantly reiterating the platforms, the individuals, the help that has gotten you to the expertise that you have in your grasp, so that anyone who's leaning on you has the confidence to say, she works with the best vendors, has the best products, she's worked with the best mentors, she's gone here and she's done this and she's done that. Therefore, there has to be people in and around you. And the more people that are in and around you, the more people that they realize are helping you or have helped you, the more you can charge and the more valuable you are. So lean into that. Maybe write a list today of all the things that are involved in your business, all the companies, all the platforms you use, all run by people. All right, your signature talk. The reason I want to talk about this is because, again, omnipresence, right? Omnipresence, when we're talking about podcasting, when we're talking about other people's stages, when we're talking about closing the distance between you and other people. You have to know what your signature message is. So one of the things that I highly teach within my paid membership, I run a membership called H Club. It's a paid membership for women business owners. And one of the things that I teach is a 3-7-7 method. The 3 stands for 3 things: one product, one platform, one message, which basically means you need to be talking about one singular product predominantly that you sell all the time. From that one product, it then leads a little maze through all of the other products that you sell. One product. You need to be concentrating on one platform. One of the biggest things that I hear with entrepreneurship is I'm so overwhelmed. Everyone's telling me to be out on all the platforms with all the things, and I have to be blogging, and I have to do social media, and I have to do TikTok. I don't know how to do TikTok. And I have to have a YouTube channel. I have to have a podcast, and I have to get on the... Girl, calm down. What is the one product you are selling? What is the one platform? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. Go all in on that platform. Now, does that mean that you can't also post in other? Yes, you can post in other areas. But on days that you're feeling overwhelmed, on weeks when you're feeling like you can't do it all, what is the one platform that you are committed to showing up on every single day? For me, it is Facebook. I am 100% committed to showing up on Facebook, predominantly in stories, every single day. I also have an Instagram. I also have a LinkedIn. I also have a YouTube channel. But I don't put that pressure on myself to be on all the areas right now. Right now, I'm putting pressure on myself to be on Facebook, to be omnipresent with my audience on Facebook. So having a signature message, and your signature message needs to be a talk. And I always say, make it 30 minutes. You can then take that 30-minute talk on a specific concept, niche, theory, teaching, and condense it to 15 minutes or move it up to 45 to 60 minutes. Having that talk is a really great nugget to be able to then use in your podcasting, to be able to then use in conversations like this, to be able to then use in your networking, right? Because you've become so fluid with those 30 minutes of something that you are 100% dedicated to within your niche that it just comes like this. It's just so fast. So having a 30-minute signature talk memorized. I should put that in there. Memorized. Literally memorized. This then alleviates the conversation around or hesitancy around getting onto stages. Somebody presents something to you, oh, I'm not really sure. I don't really know. I'm scared. Maybe I'll get back to you. Somebody says they run stages. You want to step and be I have a talk. We have Joan here listening live. Joan works in communication. How to communicate thoroughly your feelings authentically, right? She had a 30-minute talk on that. Somebody says, oh yeah, I run stages. Oh yeah, I have a community. Oh yeah, I have a talk. It's entitled this. You know the title of it. It covers these 3 bullet points. Do you know how much of an up level that is in your authority to be able to confidently say, I have a talk. This is the title, and these are the 3 points that I teach. Immediately, the person that you're talking to is going to take you freaking seriously. The next question would be, well, how long are your talks? How long are your speeches? How long are your whatever it is? And then they would say, oh, 15 minutes. Oh, I'm looking for a 45-minute slot. I got you. My talk can be 15 minutes all the way up to 60 minutes. See, but so many of us are like, I want to be a speaker, but you're waiting to get the speaking gig before you come up with the speech. That's not how it runs. See, if you're getting onto calls the way I'm asking you to get onto calls, and you network the way that I'm telling you to network, you're going to bump into people all the time who know somebody who runs a stage, know somebody who runs a community like mine. See, when you bump into people who run communities like mine, we run meetings. We run masterminds, sales meetings, networking meetings. I know that my community would love to hear from somebody else every once in a while rather than just me. So coming up to somebody like me and saying, hey, listen, I have a signature talk that is proven to give results. These are the 3 points that I touch on. I have a slideshow or I don't have a slideshow. I have a worksheet or I don't have a worksheet. I have exercises or I don't have an exercise, whatever it is. I am going to take you so much more seriously if you show up like that than if you just say, you know, I'm a speaker. What do you speak on? I mean, a variety of things. That just tells me that you've done no work towards it whatsoever. You're just waiting for somebody to give you the opportunity. But once you have it ready to go, you would just vomit it all over the place to everyone you talk to. Hey, if you know someone who has a stage, this is what I speak on. I want to bring up Joan here. Okay, Joan says, this was from a while ago, working with you, Sabrina, has been the best business decision I made in 2024. Girl, you're the best. I just sent you a testimonial for Her Nation about Age Club. Anyone looking for a real great networking and mastermind group with supportive female entrepreneurs, reach out to me by DM to learn how you can come as a guest to one of our meetings, girl. You're freaking the best. Love that. Joan, designing my signature talk is one of my top priorities this month. Let's roll. See, this is what I'm talking about. Taking just a full day. See, you already know your product. You already know your service. You already know what you're capable of doing. You could literally sit down for just a few hours, write out your bullet points, come up with a spiel, say it over and over and over and over and over again on a month's time. Have it down pat. Commit to getting on a few podcasts to reiterate the spiel of whatever that is. And then boom, you're ready for stages. You're ready for workshops. You're ready for mini master classes. See, this again is closing that gap between you and other people. See how quickly, and how much more confidently you can start talking to people about where you are in your expertise and your knowledge by saying, hey, I have a talk, I have a speech, I have a lecture, I have a teaching. This is the title and this is what I teach. Versus you deep down knowing like, I don't fucking have any clue. Ah. All right. So that's that. 30-minute signature talk, memorized 3 points, and you want to be able to eventually condense it to 15 and have it go all the way to 60. And that's easy with your bullet points, right? This little thing that I'm doing right here, I could have easily turned it into 15 minutes or easily, as we can see here now, going on over 40 minutes. Although a lot of this was me just kind of playing around. So your talk needs, this is what your talk needs. An opener. You kind of saw that here. My opener was disarray. I came on just saying, hey, listen, I'm teaching you in real time. This is how you learn something. Before today, I had no idea how to share my screen on this platform. No clue. Before today, I had no idea that I could pull this up like this. Before today, I also didn't know that I could share my entire monitor. Before today, I also didn't know that I could possibly play a movie on this and you can actually hear the movie in real time. Now I know all of this because I came on here saying, hey, listen, for you business, women business owners, this is how you learn how to do the things. You just start. This is why right in the middle of this teaching, I realized that I'm supposed to be on some sort of a call at 5:30, literally right now. And she hasn't emailed me back because that is how impromptu this was. Opener. Then you need to give 3 valuable contents is what I was saying, 3 points. This is what I've done right here. You can see clearly. 1, leverage large audiences. 2, stop telling everybody you're a solopreneur and you're doing it all by yourself and you have absolutely no team and no help and you've gotten no help from anybody else in your entire life and you're just by yourself, learning things by yourself, reading books in the dark. Right? Next, your signature method, memorized. Right? These are my points. So you need some valuable content that you're teaching people. Then you need to have something tactical, something that they can do, right? Which I just did. Create your signature talk. Joan just said, I'm doing that right now. That's a priority. Is it a priority for you? Is this something that you could work on easily because you already know your product or service? And it's the same talk. It's the same talk. You don't need 1,000 talks. Emotional, tell a story. For those of you that watch me consistently, you know I have a story. Lack of community, which is why community is now so important to me. I got pregnant at the age of 20. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. I wasn't married. So I was considered a sinner. And everyone I had ever known my entire life cut me off. I lost my entire community, my entire network. I was naive, dumb, stupid, had no education in how to human in a world as an adult with a baby. It was very, very, very hard for me. I wanted to commit suicide every single day. I cried in the bathroom by myself every single night with my little baby. in the other room. Now, Her Nation Global, the three things that I lean on: community. You need a community to survive. Network. You have to have a network. You have to tell people who you are and what you do. And education. There are so many things that you don't know that you don't know. We actually just covered this in the mastermind last night. I have a mastermind that runs every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern within my paid community. And one of the women was talking about how much she loves H Club and how she recognizes more now than ever before. She's been with us for probably around 9 months, that there was so much about business that she didn't know. Things that she didn't know that she didn't know. So she didn't even know to Google it. Right? So many of us are in business and we're just like, oh, we don't need a community. We don't need help. We don't need a network. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to take any classes. Seems easy enough. Talk about it and it'll just sell. No, girl. There are so many things that you don't know that you don't know. It was the same with my life. Raising a baby, trying to make money, trying to pay for the car and the apartment and the phone and the babysitter and the car insurance and the gas and by myself, making $8.50 an hour, dead broke. I didn't know that you can make extra money on the side. I didn't know that you could become an entrepreneur and sell things. I didn't know that you could flip things. I didn't know any of this. So I just worked my regular 9 to 5. I didn't know how to get a new job. I didn't know how to write a resume. I didn't know. I was so overwhelmed by motherhood and the lack of money that, like, my brain, I was so stressed out of my mind that even if it was, well, I could get another job. Everything was so heavy on me that I couldn't even do that stuff because I hadn't done the healing journey yet on how to compartmentalize things. I didn't realize that my story or the situation I was in doesn't mean that that was what I was destined to be for the rest of my life. A dead, broke mother living in the freaking ghetto. I didn't know that. I thought that that was my destiny. I thought that that was the life that I was now destined to live. See, there was things that I didn't know that I didn't know. I kept reading. I kept listening. I kept talking. I kept researching. And it took me years, ladies, years, over a decade to start to figure it out. But if I had been in a community, if I had had a network, it would have gone so much faster. So much faster. And this is what I'm trying to do for women business owners. I am trying so hard right now to get people into our community so they can really start to understand that, yes, it's hard work, but it doesn't have to be so mentally draining. Because there's things that I know that you don't know. There's things that Joan knows that I don't know. And when we can start to get into a room together, we can then start to share. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? You come together, our brains come together, and then all of a sudden, all of the puzzle pieces start to fit together, and we start to have so many aha moments. And then all of a sudden, things just start falling to, oh, I get it now. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, that was weird. That felt weird, but now I get it now. Versus sitting in your room, in your office, all by yourself, twiddling your thumbs, just thinking about what post that you're going to post on Facebook. And how the last 72 posts you posted on Facebook brought you in absolutely nothing. Because you didn't know that you're supposed to be doing other things. You thought all you needed was a website, a calendar link, and just to post once a day, because that's what so many of these ads tell you. I just made one post, made $1 million. So your talk, again, that 30-minute talk, when you're putting this together, Joan's going to be working on this month. Okay. You need an opener, 3 pieces of content, something that's tactical, something they can work on today, right now, because of your talk, some sort of an emotional story that connects it all together. You saw this in real time. You saw me do exactly this in real time, and then you will see me close. Probably won't be a really good close though, because I still want to see if the video works on this. This is a test, and I want to make sure that I get all of it done so I don't have to do this again. So with your talk, you need to learn to convert. So you need to make sure that whatever you're talking about, the value of which you are giving, then converts into click on this, buy this, take this, sign up for this, right? A freebie. Download my 12 steps to enter in your name and your email address. I'll email it to you. Click this link, buy this. And then, of course, practice, practice, practice. So for those of you that don't know, I did a TED Talk. I have spoken on dozens of stages, not hundreds yet, dozens of stages, probably 5 dozen. TED was the hardest one because every other one of them was all based on like bullet points, similar to this, right? These are all bullet points, but I'm predominantly winging it because I know my product and my service. TEDx needed to be completely memorized word for word. The practice that I had to do for that talk was insane to be able to get onto stage. This is the way that we want to be, though, with your signature talk, right? This is not a signature talk of mine. This is like a workshop, impromptu workshop. But you want to have that signature talk down pat, where it just flows right out of your mouth. All right. Lastly, where? So where are you speaking? There's 4 places, only 4. And this is what so many of us, the overwhelm that we're feeling. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there's so much stuff. There's only 4, ladies. So when we're talking about omnipresence, there's only 4 locations. There's digital stages, your own. This is what you're seeing right now in real time. I am on my own digital stage. So I am streaming right now to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. It's actually 6 platforms because I have a few Facebook groups or Facebooks, but 4 predominant stages. They're mine. There's physical stages, right? So I have run retreats before. I have run networking groups before live. Those are physical stages. Again, my own. Then there are digital stages, other people's stages, OPS. That is other people's podcasts, other people's stages, other people's master classes, events, communities like mine, networking calls, right? Digital, but on somebody else's stage. And then there are physical stages, other people's stages. So again, same thing. Somebody else's in-person stage, in-person networking call. That's it. There's only 4. So you're either digital or physical, and it's either yours or somebody else's. That's it. So all that heaviness that you keep feeling of, just make sure you're getting onto all 4. Make a goal to get onto all 4 of these once a week, once a month, whatever is the capacity of which you feel comfortable. Extremely important for that omnipresence that I'm talking about. All right. Stop screen. Oh, yes, let's roll. So, listen, this is where we're going as far as Her Nation Global. I am going all in on not only the brand, Her Nation Global, getting that omnipresent, but also my ladies. So, how do I help the women within my group become omnipresent? And there's so many different avenues that we are creating right now in real time to make sure that that starts happening. We already have our podcast. We already have our magazine. We're going to start working on panels again. We were doing panels all of 22 and all of 23. I did not do any in 24. I was just so overwhelmed with my magazine. But bringing those back on, running panels for the ladies virtually, and live events. So, how to get women onto stages in front of actual physical people and to create value for the Her Nation audience and to create value for my women and their expertise and their authority, how to help them rise as an authority. So, really becoming omnipresent within first the community, second, their audience, third, right, maybe statewide, countywide, nationwide, globally, right? How do we keep hitting all of the aspects? I think one of the other reasons why there's so much heaviness or overwhelm is we're taking on the whole world. We're like, we want to hit millions of views and take, girl, just try to get the attention of everyone on your Facebook group right now or everyone on your Instagram right now. Just worry about one platform and just try to get as many people as possible in that one platform before you start thinking about freaking Bangladesh, right? Or freaking Germany or Australia. Let's just first concentrate on just whatever it is, your local area, your street, your county, your church, your community, your Facebook group. Then once you get a hold of that, it's the same concept, but now you're just timesing it 10. But first you have to learn how to do it. Just like this. Like I didn't know how to do any of this before I got on today. I fumbled around, tried to figure it out slowly but surely. Right? But now that I know how to do this, something that's a little more complicated will become that much easier for me. So that's what we want to be cognizant of. All right. So this is, what was the last thing here? The last thing is to close, right? To learn to convert. So at the end of this, if you are recognizing that you do need some help, that you are feeling lost, that you are confused, that you do find yourself sitting at your desk 50% of the time, just so overwhelmed with all of the things that you think you're supposed to do, but you don't know, and you're not making the money that you feel, and you feel like you're working so hard, but not making enough. Girl, join a community. H Club is my community. The women within this community are next level, mentally, emotionally. They're here for each other. They're working together to up-level their business, to up-level their finances, to up-level their mindset. It's not just me. It's not just like, oh, join Sabrina's group. She's going to teach you all the things. If you talk to any of the ladies in the group, yes, I teach, but they also teach. So much of the time I have my mouth closed. And the ladies are showing up for each other. The ladies are giving each other advice and feedback on how to do the things. Their advice, their thoughts. So it's not just me that you're buying into. It is actually a whole group of women, a whole group of women that you are getting help from. So it's not just one coach. It's over 100 coaches. The free Facebook group, thousands of women that are coming together, totally committed to helping each other rise. Joan says, absolutely, the quality of women I have met has been exceptional and amazing. I love that. All right, so before we close up here, DM me, comment below, reach out to Joan. Joan's in our group. If you want some feedback, some real feedback from a real member, reach out to her in her DMs. Give her a ring. She's phenomenal. But we can get you the link to the group. We can get you into a meeting for free, so you can even just check it out, see the ladies, meet everybody. And or I can also send you the sales page. So I want to, before I close up here, I want to see about the video part. Okay, so some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox on the next window. Follow these steps. Okay, so screen sharing is an awesome way to present a slideshow or show a website. You can share images, PowerPoints, keynotes, and more. Both you and your guests can share a screen. Screen sharing works best when you have two monitors. I do. I actually have three. Two monitors make it easy to click from slide to slide while you're controlling the live stream and recording on the other monitor. Yes. In this time, screen sharing is not supported on mobile devices. That's okay. Okay, so I hit screen share. We're good with that. A pop-up will appear with three options: your entire screen, application window, or Chrome. Got that. We don't recommend screen sharing a video because the screen sharing feature isn't optimized for it. Instead, we recommend sharing it using the video sharing feature. If you'd like to screen share a video, here are the steps. Open a new Chrome tab. Drag and drop a video file from your computer to the new Chrome tab. Your cursor should show a plus symbol when dragging the file into Chrome. In StreamYard, click Present. If a list of tips appears, click the blue share screen button. In the pop-up, choose, oh my God, I'm so confused right now. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, because I don't think this is what I was actually looking to do. I think what I'm going to do is, okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Also share the audio. Okay, let's do YouTube here. I feel like this is so complicated. Like way more complicated than I would appreciate to be. Okay, let's just go to Sabrina Victoria. Her talk show. Might as well keep it in the family. Okay. Oh, look, it shows that I'm live. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So this is saying, oh my gosh, it just popped up. Is it? Oh my God. I was just complaining about how it's so hard, and I'm pretty sure. Oh my God. I just totally put my foot in my mouth. Okay, let's see. I've been carrying with me since I was probably around 28 years old is one sentence. And it's so simple. But if you really sit and hear what it is saying to you, whenever things seem like they're getting a little out of hand, I'm getting a little stressed, a little overwhelmed, I take a deep breath and I pause and I say to myself, everything's going to be okay. Okay, so this is what I'm wondering. Joan, if you're live, um, did that sound like it was coming from here, or did that sound like you were just listening to it over here on my monitor? Um, which I can stop this live and figure that out myself. But if you're on really fast, Joan, if you could let me know. So I need to figure that out. But this was very easy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I just needed to put the link in and then it just automatically popped up on the screen, which was so freaking cool. That is also another point. It's a lot easier than you think it is. It's hard, but it's also a lot easier than you think it is. It's like weird. Anyways, I'm going to jump off here. I am going to check that out and see if that worked. I hope this was amazing for you. I hope you learned a lot. I hope that you appreciated this and reach out to me. I'd love to get you an age club. I'd love to show you the mastermind, get you in one of the groups, have you meet some of the ladies. I know that you will absolutely love them, and it will make a world of difference in your business from where you are now to where you will be by joining our community and taking your business to the next level. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you're on the replay, thanks, girl. And we'll talk to you soon.